Spring sports are fearless.
Chicks are hatching.
And the teacher cadets are making miracles.
All this and more on this edition of the Cat's Eye News.
Good morning, Novi. Cat's Eye News journalist Nick talks to us about how students are coping with COVID.
Yes, I played football and I'm playing basketball right now.
Yeah, I have.
What sport do you play?
I played volleyball and gymnastics.
Yeah, I have. I played football.
I played cheer.
Yes, I'm playing hockey right now.
So for basketball tryouts, the whole season got pushed back like a month and a half. And so we didn't start until later. And for football, we had to take a week off due to COVID because someone in the building got infected and we had to take a break.
During volleyball, we were quarantined a lot, so there was a lot of stop and go, but it hasn't been too bad.
Yeah, we had to wear masks and it was harder.
We couldn't stunt until the very end, so that wasn't as fun, and we had to wear masks, so it was hard to breathe.
Yeah, we have to play 3 games a week because of the shortened season and it's pretty tolling. We're pretty banged up right now because of it. We got some injuries, but we're pulling through and we're still having fun.
I am not planning to play sports.
Yeah, I'm planning to play softball. I don't think it'll impact it too much because last year we got cut short, so I'm really excited to play this year. And I just hope there's not too many ups and downs from COVID for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna play baseball. Not really.
I'm gonna play pole. No, because I'm still playing it, but I feel like it's gonna be more difficult to play.
Yeah, baseball. I know the tryout date got pushed back, but I'm still planning on playing.
Perfect, thank you, Zach.
Thanks, Nick. We're so glad sports are back. And now to Seth and Gavin with news from Miss Pendergraph about our Teacher Cadet program.
So Teacher Cadet has been at Novi High School for 18 years. We started off with our program down by the Media Center, and we had 3-year-olds in there. And it has transitioned now over to the ECEC, which stands for Early Childhood Education Center. And so my kiddos, my high school kids, what they do is traditionally they will go to the preschool classroom over there and they will teach preschoolers. This year is a little bit different because we cannot go over there because of COVID. So this year they are teaching virtually, which means that they still develop a lesson, but it has to be a lesson that they can virtually teach the preschoolers. And so they come to my classroom, they get on Zoom with the preschoolers, they Zoom into their classroom, and then they teach them a lesson. So I think our greatest challenges are just COVID this year. In the past, the challenges would be coming up with activities that keep the kids engaged. They're 3, they're 4. So learning how do I actually explain a lesson. If they don't understand a color, how do I explain that? That was our challenge previously. This year, it's how do we keep engaged, how do we keep students engaged on Zoom? And you guys have learned that. It's hard on Zoom sometimes to stay engaged with what your teachers are doing. So then take that and imagine it being a group of 3 or 4-year-olds. We do a lot of drama. We do a lot of acting. We are dancing, we're singing, we are asking questions. The more questions we can ask the preschoolers, the better. They love to answer questions. They love to talk to us. So it's always fun because they'll sit down and say, what did you have for lunch? Are you teaching from home? There's a lot of really fun questions that they ask us, so we try to come back and ask them questions. We are on stage 24/7, so we're wearing costumes, we're having music, we're doing anything we can to keep them focused and engaged.
Thanks, Seth and Gavin. It's great to hear about our fantastic Teacher Cadet program. Now to Tomo to talk about our Incubator homies.
So my Incubator individual project is a jewelry company that focuses on giving back to the community. So basically, I'm creating jewelry. Right now, I'm focusing on bracelets, and a certain amount of the proceeds will be going to certain organizations and charities that I feel like are pretty important. One of the charities I'm focusing on right now is Black Lives Matter organization. So hopefully by the end of March, beginning of April, it should be launching. So kind of stay tuned for that.
Students are not only making changes as individuals, but also as a group.
Our incubator project this year is called Hustle for Our Homies. We are working to maintain the beauty of our Great Lakes while instilling an environmentally conscious culture in our community. You can support us by participating in the socially distanced 5K in April, or by purchasing one of our t-shirts and donating. You can find more information using our QR code to my right.
Thanks, Tomo. That story was lit. Speaking of lit, Jake has our weekend weather.
Now to this weekend's weather report. Today, we will have a high of 42 and a low of 20. Saturday, we'll have a high of 39 and a low of 18. Sunday, we'll have a high of 42 and a low of 26.
I recommend wearing a light jacket for this weekend.
That's all for the weekend weather, Novi. Have a great day.
Thanks, Drake. I can't wait for the weekend. And now to Alex with this week's sports report.
What's going on, Novi, and welcome to this week's sports update. To kick things off, congratulations to senior Michael Dragoo for getting his 100th career wrestling win. In addition, this Sunday, March 7th at 3 p.m. in the auditorium, there will be an informational meeting for anybody interested in playing football this upcoming season. This meeting will give all players the opportunity to meet new head coach Jim Sparks and what his plans are to turn around Novi football. In addition, good luck to the boys who die team as they compete in conferences this Saturday. On Tuesday, we had both basketball teams and the hockey team take on the Canton Chiefs. The hockey team defeated Canton 5-4, with Captain Isaac Gibbs scoring yet another hat trick, while seniors Sam Pino and Jake Malfitano added goals of their own. Good luck against Harlan on Friday night. In addition, the basketball team felled Canton 56-38. Speaking of basketball, brackets for the NCAA men's basketball tournament will be dropped on March 14th, so stay tuned for my official bracket. That's all for this week's sports report. Have a good day, Wildcats.
Thanks for tuning in to this edition of the Cat's Eye News, Wildcats.